Okay, so I am at the point where I won't say I'm finished, but I will say that this is where I'd like to stop. Apparently I've reached the limit at how many hours I can spend in a day staring at the computer screen. And my vision is getting blurry. And it's probably because I'm looking at white on black, and I think there's a kind of an after image that's starting to kick in and make it. I'm tired. So let's go zoom out here. You can see this could be a pretty good resolution for the illustrations as a draft, as a study, proof of concept. I'm going to hide the reference image so you can see this very little difference there. And of course I can also switch to painting with black if there are areas where I decide that maybe I want to break up some of these edges. I can restore that by moving with the opposite color. And kind of continue with this lost and found edge technique. And so on. So I'd say not too bad. This is not the technique that I work in usually. So let's just do a quick recap of why we're approaching things this way. In those earlier warm-up exercises, we really wanted you to hopefully have a breakthrough in terms of your thinking when it comes to making marks with the digital tools. If you were in the habit of kind of chipping away at the line, as opposed to deliberately, confidently drawing the line with a minimal number of strokes, whatever design they might be, then hopefully you got a taste of what's possible when you're working digitally. Right, so we're just learning new habits, new techniques, new potentials with the tools. And this exercise is really just taking that same idea and applying it at a more sort of granular level. Right, all of these lines were done with minimal amount of hesitation, and some confidence. You can see there is some wobble and variation in there where I'm just not quite getting the pull or the push. Sometimes I am pushing start to finish, I'm pushing with my fingertips. Other times I'm pulling the tip towards my body. I'm finding that I can control the variation of thicks and thins more easily if I'm pulling toward myself, believe it or not. If you're using traditional media like a brush pen, natural, nice saber hair brush with a lot of snap to it, you may find that this sort of thing, where you're flicking it away from yourself, gives you more control or more of a nice taper at the end. I'm not sure where I came across this. It was in a book, or it might have been an online tutorial, but this particular artist recommended doing the opposite of the flick, and instead trying to pull to a thinner line. I can't quite do it right now. So experiment with both. This is a different way of drawing, different way of making marks. So there's going to be one direction or the opposite direction that works best for you when it comes to making strokes like these. So, how many strokes did I make here? I don't know, but most of them were controlled, kind of a repeat of the same strokes, somewhat parallel, and defining these different planes of the face. Some of these are done as spurs, but another interpretation I might decide to cover more ground with this pattern of relatively straight hatch marks, or hatching. As I build up, I'm building up the highlight. Okay, so take this on however you want, but take a stab at getting some roundness. This is very cartoony, very caricature, but you should still be able to, with your very flat and open sketches, you should still be able to work in some details like these. And so see how it goes. So I'm going to wrap this one up and then move on to the next topic. Thanks, everyone.